This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Brad Summers from the Boys and Girls Club of Alpena. Hi, Brad.
Hi, Nancy.
As we're taping this today, you are having your wonderful Thanksgiving dinner. How did that go?
Oh, it went very well. Went very, very well. We had 80 families that signed up, members and families. And it's an opportunity for us to say thank you to all the members and all the family members that have supported us throughout the year, and have a sit-down family-style dinner with the kids and a turkey dinner. Our caterer who does our food program puts together a wonderful meal for the kids, and you know, it's very well received by the kids and by the families, and you know, their younger siblings that aren't old enough to come to the club yet get some exposure about what we do, and you know, so it's always that wonderful opportunity for us just to say thank you.
And you know, my favorite thing about the Boys and Girls Club is that joyous noise that comes out of there. So I'm sure there's going to be joyous noise there.
Oh, it's I get more grants done hearing air hockey than I do when it's quiet in the building.
I bet.
But sometimes very distracting with the kids because I try to have a very approachable you know, way of doing things. So the kids are always in my office trying to get me to give them candy or you know, hang out or play my guitar or do something like that. So you know, definitely that's the name of the game. Almost the louder it is, the more fun the kids are having, and you know, the more kids that are showing up. So
you're
it's a
going
good
by
thing.
and walking by there in the summer and you're having a bad day. You listen to that laughter and that joy and your day switches right around, I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, lots of kids, lots of laughter. You know, and that's the name of the game and the impact that we try to have in the community.
Okay, and another thing that's new there is new hours.
Yes. Previously, we've been open till 5 o'clock on Fridays, and we noticed that, you know, in talking to some of the members, some of the teens, and especially talking to the parents, we've noticed that, you know, it's harder for them to to come on time at 5 o'clock to pick their kids up, especially when parents are working till 5:30 or 6 o'clock. So we've expanded our hours on Friday. Now we're open 1:30 or 2 o'clock until 6 o'clock every single day, Monday through Friday. So there's no one has any qualms with trying to, you know, get there and rush to get their kids on, you know, pick their kids up on time, and no more stress on my staff having to sit there and, you know, wait for parents to come and pick them up when it was 5:30, 5:45, and we close at 5. So now it's just a standard 2 to 6 every single day for the kids.
Perfect. Now what about teen hours? Teen hours.
One of our initiatives this year was to recruit and to retain more of our teen population. We have a lot of teens that are starting to have been coming to the club, but you know, we do a lot of programming every day for obviously 6 to 18-year-olds, but a lot of times those teens, they want their own time. They want their own space. They want to be able to feel like teenagers and not have to hang out with the younger kids all the time. And you know, we do run, like I said, specific programming for the kids, so not all the time they're around the younger kids, but you know, when they have a dedicated time and a dedicated space, they feel more valued. And to get the teens to keep coming and to you know, be involved, to be more involved with the club, you know, this was one of our initiatives. So 2 times a month we're offering teen hours where they have an opportunity each time they come. They have an opportunity to get into a drawing for a free iPad Air and some other really great prizes and giveaways and incentives. And you know, we have some really, really cool things. My staff is extremely creative when it comes to what to do with these teens. You know, and the first one we did, we actually had almost 40 teens show up, which is huge.
Yes.
That is a huge number for us. A little overwhelming at first, but we can deal with overwhelming because the more the merrier. But you know, one of the fun things the kids wanted to do was build a life-size Hungry Hippos game.
That sounds like fun.
You know, and it's. Like I said, my staff is very creative on what they do, so they have some really cool plans and really cool ideas to do with these kids. I couldn't tell you exactly how it's all constructed, but I've seen pictures of it, and it looks like a lot of fun. And but the teens are excited to do this, and of course, by listening to them and empowering them with opportunities to have input in the programs, they're more vested in what's going on. So you know, it's just a symbiotic nature between listening and doing. So.
Okay, let's go back to Thanksgiving for a moment.
Okay.
There were some wonderful people in this town that stepped forward to help you provide some wonderful dinners.
Yeah, we were very blessed this year to work with Neiman's Family Market and Pentecostal Church of Alpena. And what we did as part of the partnership was identify some families that may have needed a little more help this time of year. things that sometimes some of us take for granted, having the family and the meals and, you know, the big meals and everything's grandiose. There's a lot of families out there that are in dire need of some of these services and some of this stuff. So we were able to partner with Neiman's and with Pentecostal Church to provide free turkeys and provide a box of food for families that really, really needed this stuff. And boy, it was received extremely well.
Oh, I bet.
Almost heart-wrenching. You know, it was a wonderful asset, and I hope this, you know, can be sustained and we can continue doing these efforts in the future. But like I said, Neiman's and Pentecostal, just wonderful, wonderful organizations that have helped with with meeting the needs of our community.
And as we're in this thankful season, approaching the holiday season, people still have time before the end of the year if they want to make a nice tax-deductible donation to the Boys and Girls Club. And in particular, a family membership is $15 a year. Doesn't matter if you have one
Yep.
kid, 2 kids, 8, 10 kids. Or a single individual membership is 10. So, you know, why not write a couple of checks to Boys and Girls Club of Alpena? You know, sponsor a couple of families for next year, and you can say Merry Christmas to them when they come in, because, you know, sometimes that $15 is tough to come up with.
It is, you know, and that's the name, is to get more kids, and we never turn any kids down. You know, if they can pay, they can't pay. I mean, we do have scholarships, and because of the fact, like you were saying, you know, having people step up and say, you know, here's $100 for membership fees. That gives us the opportunity to provide these scholarships for kids and provide these opportunities that they may not have. You know,
Right.
I mean, for $10, you know, the kids get a free meal every day. They get a, you know, social opportunities, snacks. They get to be around caring individuals and compassionate staff
Homework
members, homework help. I mean, there's a lot that goes into that $10. But thankfully, you know, we do have a great community here in Alpena that, you know, recognizes the Boys and Girls Club as a program that needs to be here, and
Yes.
and these kids need this outlet to express themselves and to do these things. So, you know, we're very lucky to live in Alpena.
Very lucky. And from all of us here at WBKB TV, to your staff and everyone, your board of directors, thank you so much for what you do in our community, providing that safe mentoring and a good place for our young people to be. And I look forward to talking to you again next month.
Well, thank you so much for giving our organization a venue to talk about these great things. So thank you.
Thank you. I'll be right back with Jennifer Newhouse from the Huron Humane Society following these messages. Good morning and welcome back. My next guest is Jennifer Newhouse from Huron Humane Society. Hi, Jennifer.
Hello, Nancy.
I know that you have so many things going up and we have so much to talk about.
Yes.
And just before we get to the end, I want to say how thankful that we here at WBKB TV are for Huron Humane Society, the wonderful staff, the board of directors, and all the countless wonderful things that you do there that a lot of people in our community don't know about. And thank you all so much, because I know you have a lot of volunteers and you all step up to the plate and you do a wonderful job.
Thank you.
And so today we want to start talking about the calendar.
Yes, our calendar will be available soon. They are going to be available at the Humane Society and at Real Estate One.
Okay.
They are going to be $15, and delivery is $5 if you'd like that delivered.
Okay.
You can also purchase them on our website.
Okay.
So, and these calendars were made by all of the photos that were entered for the photo contest a couple weeks back.
And I know that it's always a wonderful calendar.
Yes.
And more importantly, we need to remember it's a wonderful fundraiser for
Yes.
Huron Humane Society.
Yes.
Okay, and speaking of fundraisers, there's something coming up at the mall.
Yes, we have a family pet photo shoot coming up. It is December 5th and 6th. That's a Saturday and a Sunday. We are taking appointments.
Okay.
We have 5 different backdrops.
Okay.
And 3 or 4 different photographers that are volunteering their time to take pictures for us of families with their pets. We'll do just children, we'll do families, we'll do just pets. So anything that you want done, we will make happen.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, and good for the Alpena Mall for allowing you to come in and do that too.
They are wonderful. They're also letting us put up a giving tree this
Okay.
year. We are going to have a tree by the main entryway. It's going to have little paw ornaments on it. And each paw ornament will have a couple items that the Humane Society is in need of. It's amazing how much laundry detergent, bleach, simple things.
Cleaning supplies.
Yes.
It's amazing. And there's,
Yes.
you know, people who think, well, you know, there's not really much I can do. Yeah, a bucket of bleach is $1.19. You know, buy one, drop it in a box
Yep.
at Neiman's Family Market, or take it out to the shelter. Blankets and collars and leashes and stakeout chains, just about anything you'd use at home for a pet or anything you'd use at home for cleaning, the Humane Society can use.
Yes, cat litter.
Oh,
Go
yes.
through so much cat litter.
Yes.
And even items, if you're cleaning out your closets and you have extra blankets or towels that you're no longer in need of, we will more than gladly take them. We try to make our animals very comfortable, so anything like that is a huge help to us.
So if I pull a paw off the tree and it says bleach, where do I take the bleach?
Real Estate One.
Okay.
We also are going to have a drop-off at 129. It's a clothing store in the Alpena Mall, right
Okay.
at Center Court.
Okay.
And the shelter.
Okay, so you can take them any of those places.
Yes.
Okay, and then same thing as we said with our guests previously, you know, if at the end of the year you think, gosh, you know, my finances are in pretty decent shape, or even if they're not, you know, $1, $2, $5, whatever you can do to the Humane Society as a year-end, you know, tax-deductible donation, it would be so greatly appreciated.
It would.
Okay, and let's go back to the photos again. Do you know what the parameters of times are going to be for photos on those days?
On Saturday, it's from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m.
Okay.
And on Sunday, it is 12 till 5.
Okay.
And we are taking appointments.
Okay, so you definitely need to have an appointment. So call, get all spiffed up, take your pet, take your kids, take your grandkids, take whatever, and get there. And
Friends.
and get there and get a really cool
Yep.
picture taken.
Yep. We are also having an open house this year at the
Yes.
shelter. We want to get as many people out to the shelter as we can. They have done huge improvements.
Yes.
And we want to get that out there so that people can see what has changed.
And that's what I would encourage people to go there, so you know when you donate that $1, that $2, that container of bleach, that it's going to a wonderful cause, and see what volunteers have done out there and what your donations have done at the shelter. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Yes.
Okay, and now we have just about enough time left to talk about the gala coming up.
Yes. This will be my first gala that I'm actually a
Okay.
part of planning.
Okay.
We have started sending out letters to get donations for our auction items. I've got, you know, the building booked, the caterer, so
Okay, so what's the date?
the 19th of March.
March 19th.
Yes.
Okay, and it's always a fun event. It's just, some people, they call it a gala. Some people wear jeans, some people dress up.
Yes.
It's just a fun event. A wonderful cross-section of people in our community. You always have the greatest items for the auction. Just a fun time. You get to meet all the wonderful people from Humane Society and see what they do in your community, who are your friends and neighbors, and see who are taking care of the animals in our community. And also, I'd like to encourage people, if you're a baker, bake something to auction. If you have a special craft and you can make or build something. If you have a service, if you're a massage therapist, call and say, hey, I'll donate a massage.
Yes.
Or if you bake pizzas, call and say, hey, I'll donate pizzas. Or if you, anything you do, if you're a DJ, if you have a hall, a vacation rental, anything you have is so greatly appreciated.
It is. 90% of the funding for the shelter comes from that one event.
Yes, it's amazing. And just like to encourage people to come out, and if you have a couple of hours, you know, play with the cats, walk a dog, socialize them, or better yet, if you could take an animal home to foster. Just a great thing. It's, you know, statistics show that a dog or a cat that's taken home with the family, it's fostered, it comes back, it's so much easier to adopt it. It gets socialized, it learns some tricks and trades and skills, and then we get a better idea too at the Humane Society what kind of family this animal would do best with.
You're completely right.
Okay, if anyone has any questions, Jennifer, what's the best way to contact you?
My cell phone,
Okay,
it is 989
okay,
464 0861.
okay, and you can stop by Real Estate One if you have any questions. Stop by the Humane Society. Lots of ways to get in touch with you.
Yes.
I promise you'll get back to them right away.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Nancy.
On behalf of everyone here at WBKB-TV, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster. I'm president of Alpena Community College, and I'm pleased to have as our guest today Chris Witulski, executive director of the Besser Museum, and Michael Blewett, curator of education at the Besser Museum. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Don.
So there's a lot of neat things going on at the Besser Museum right now, and Let's start with the planetarium and the capital campaign and what's going on there. Let
Well,
the viewers know.
We were fortunate to actually introduce our capital campaign, our 50th anniversary celebration, and the campaign that will go along with that at our Season of Light reception. Season of Light is a favorite time of the year for our museum visitors, our Christmas exhibit, and as part of the reception, we were able to demonstrate digital planetarium technology. Michael, curator of education, was down in Grand Rapids at the Great Lakes Planetarium Association conference and was able to invite a couple vendors up if you'd like to talk about the one that we had just last week.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity to vet some possible vendors, and we've spoken to just about anybody who does this, and it's a fairly small niche of
Yes.
people who outfit planetariums in digital technology, and it's marvelous technology once you start really seeing what the capabilities are. So we brought in one of my favorite vendors, a company called Spitz Incorporated. In fact, they made the original planetarium machine that we've had at the Besser Museum for the last 50 years.
Yes.
A machine that's been doing a great job, has really given people an experience of awe and wonder and the gift of not only astronomy, but the gift of perspective and seeing themselves as part of something that's so much bigger than just them. But now what we're hoping to do, of course, is to turn that planetarium, and I don't want to say just a mere planetarium, because it's a very important piece of our educational and cultural history here in this part of the world, but to turn that from a place to do astronomy to a place to do all of the disciplines, all the arts, the humanities, the sciences. Just the other day, we were all in there together watching us zoom out to the furthest reaches of outer space that have ever been explored by telescopes. We also zoomed inside the human body and flew up into a 3D model of a skeleton through the torso and up into the sinuses in the brain cavity. We went in and showed the latest earthquake data hooked up to the internet, so that just a couple hours before the most recent earthquake was in one part of the world, and then we went searching for this little beeping dot which showed where the most recent one was. There's so many applications. If you can dream it, we can probably figure out a way to put it on our dome and teach it. So it's really exciting for this part of the world.
One of the most exciting things I think we both experienced was what the local children could be able to do. They were sharing that there are programs that students would be able to create in their own computer labs at their schools and then take them into the Full Dome Digital Planetarium and present them on the Full Dome. And that's exciting. So it's not just what a planetarium director or presenter can do, but it's what students can be able to do with this new technology. And it's also something we're excited to be able to share with other community partners, with the college, with NOAA, with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife, maybe CRTC, to have a full dome, which is the only full dome planetarium in northern Michigan, and to have software that people can be easily trained on and to utilize. It's really a community asset. It would bring value to the whole community. So,
and not only just an educational value, but also an entertainment value. There's a wonderful blend of edutainment that happens in this kind of experience. I heard a paper when I was at the Great Lakes Planetarium Conference, and it talked about how in the learning environment, we learn even better. It's almost a 20% better educational experience because the holistic nature of it. You're using a variety of senses and engaging other parts of the brain than just sitting in a boring lecture or reading a textbook.
I can hear your excitement is palpable here, and I share it. I saw the presentation. I just thought it was wonderful. In my mind, as a non-technical person, it reminds me of a small IMAX with those sort of capabilities. As an educator, I also see the possibilities for not just astronomy, but other sciences, geography, things that you've referenced. So where do you folks, or where do we stand on the fundraising or the acquisition of this exciting stuff?
We were fortunate to be awarded a Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs matching grant, And we also, the Besser Foundation has made a pledge for a matching grant. And so we are getting ready and have launched our 50th anniversary capital campaign. We are fortunate to be partnering with the Community Foundation for Northeast Michigan, and they are an excellent organization that will handle all of the donations, and they will hold this money till we reach our goal to purchase the equipment and also sustain it. It's not enough just to be able to purchase the equipment, but we want to make sure that it's something that we can sustain far into the future. Like Michael said, the community came together back in 1966 to purchase the Spitz A3P that we use today. And we're really looking forward to the community partnering now, 50 years later, for this project. And so not just to purchase it, but to sustain it for programming and for other maintenance things that we might have. So we're excited, and we're excited to already have matching grants. So the Community Foundation is having a December 1st Giving Tuesday campaign. And so they're helping promote not just the museum, but 25 other nonprofits. And so people can go on that website and click on the Besser Museum and give right online. Or they can go onto our website, our Facebook, look for ways to contribute, and the contributions would go to the Community Foundation for Northeast Michigan, earmarked for the Besser Museum's 50th anniversary capital campaign.
Very good. I think that's very smart, looping in Community Foundation. They do that for a living, and they do it very well, very credibly. So, Michael, what's the most exciting piece of this? I mean, you're kind of the point person of it with Christine. What's the most exciting piece of this for you, from your perspective?
Well, right now it's seeing the looks on people's faces as I listen and watch them out of the corner of my eye during some of these demos, and the oohs and the ahs and just the incredible engagement. But it's a really exciting thing for this part of the world that is sometimes very underserved, but yet I think back and I can point to the actual seat in which I sat as a first grader from Bingham Elementary School and had a wonderful experience of awe and wonder that stuck with me really for all of my life. But the chance to really do that and on an entirely different immersive level for this next generation is really, really exciting to me.
Yes, that's a wonderful memory. I had that same experience coming up from Elkona, and sitting back and looking up at the stars and just feeling wonder about it. So it's just a delight to see what you folks are doing and the progress that's being made and the community involvement. So congratulations, thanks for your work, and thanks to you for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your hosts, Nancy Smitham and Don McMaster. For a list of events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on the community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.
The Talk of the Town furniture and set design are provided by Young Appliance Art Van Furniture on US 23 South in Alpena.